and this is part 2 of my review of the MSI GX660R. Since this is a gaming laptop, I thought I'd demonstrate a little bit of the gaming capabilities. Now, I don't play a lot of games, but I play Minecraft. You know, it's a Java game, so it doesn't really count, I guess, but it does have pretty smooth graphics. See, I have a digital camera, so it'd be kind of hard for me to demonstrate, so it's kind of a two-handed game, but I'll try. See, I'm not very good at this. It definitely has some pretty smooth, legitimate graphics, gaming-wise. It's got a nice screen to it. It's one of those more glare type screens, but they're really good in a dark room. But you know how, like, if you're in a really bright room, you have to more shield your screen from light in order to see it. Like one of the high gloss type screens, that's the kind of screen this has. So it's got really good visibility from all angles though, because it's really bright. So that's really nice, because you can definitely you can watch or have people watch you play games or watch movies. It's got really good sound too, so this is a really good, like, movie watching computer. It's got really good it's got really good sound and really bright high contrast screen that works really well for watching movies and stuff. But also, I run some high energy physics experiments on my computer for CERN in Geneva through the Boink VMware. So the computer can handle that as well as the any games that I'm playing, and I don't have an issue with that at all. There's like no interference at all. Sometimes the Boink will pop up and kind of minimize other things, but that has nothing to do with the actual capabilities of the laptop. That just has to do with an annoying program more than anything. I know people play League of Legends on my computer and they say it works decently. I don't really play League of Legends, so I don't know. It seems to work pretty good for games though. I play The Sims, and I don't have any problems with that. It plays smooth and seamlessly. No problems at all. It's, let me get to some of the stats. There's 6 gigabytes of DDR3 RAM. The hard drive is 640 gigabyte capacity. It's 2 320 gigabyte RAID 0 drives. And that's pretty cool. That this is actually set up in RAID 0 on arrival. That's the GX660R. R is for the RAID 0. That's pretty cool. But RAID 0 doesn't really improve anything. It's supposed to improve hard drive access time, but it's not anything you're really going to notice. It's like a tenth of a second, if that, from what I've read. It's got 1 gigabyte of DDR5 video memory, for those of you interested in stats. Intel Core i7-740QM. It's a 1.73 GHz processor. The turbo mode, there's also a turbo mode, and I don't know if you can see the little touch buttons, and you can turn turbo mode on, little touch button. They're kind of finicky. I won't let me turn turbo on because I don't have it plugged in. It has to be plugged in a wall outlet. Can't be on battery power. But it seems like every time I try to turn it on turbo mode, I have a crash. My computer will just crash, so I don't know if other people are experiencing that issue, or if it's just mine, but it's kind of annoying to have your computer crash when you try to put it in turbo mode, because you usually put it in turbo mode because you're doing something that you're going to utilize more power for, or more processing power for. And having your computer actually entirely crash on you just doesn't actually help at all. It's really pointless. Also, the battery life is 3 hours. You can turn it into eco mode. I think that's the only way that they're possibly getting 3 hours out of this, because it's not, none of that touch buttons won't work right now. But it's not actually going to be like 3 hours of battery power just with full screen brightness, with your lights flashing to your music. That's not, you're not going to get 3 hours of battery life out of that. This kind of stretching it. I wouldn't be surprised if they're saying 3 hours battery life, not even touching it, and like in sleep mode. So that's probably when you're gonna get that out of it. It's not bad battery life, but it's just not 3 hours. Maybe 45 minutes, maybe an hour and 45 minutes at the most. The weight of the laptop is 7.7 pounds. It's about the weight of a newborn baby. Maybe a little more. It's not bad to carry around. Kind of. It's kind of luggy. But it's not bad. It's not bad like in a case. Or in a backpack. And the dimensions, if any of you are interested, I don't think you can read my screen at all because of the camera, but I guess that's why I'm reading this stuff to you. The dimensions are 14.97 inches by 10.24 inches by 1.77 inches. You can get all this. I'm looking at Newegg pretty much. I'm not like making this up. It's true. Or so Newegg says. And you can fit that. It's supposed to be a 16-inch laptop, I think, is what they counted as. Let me double check. Yeah, 15.6 inch. You can fit it in like a 16-inch case or 17-inch case. It really just depends. It's not. It depends where in the case and what kind. Because it's kind of a wide laptop. It's got a number pad. So like all laptops have a number pad or more wide to fit it in. Speaking of the keyboard, though, that's one thing that I definitely really love about this laptop, and I will never get a laptop that does not have a chiclet style keypad again. That is the most amazing thing. The chiclet style keyboard. Now, I think it even says something about it in here. Yep, 103 key chiclet style keyboard. It says right in Newegg, see? Can you see it? It says chiclet in parentheses. Well, we can't see it. I'm trying. Oh, it's getting worse. Oh, jeez. Okay, right here. 103 keys chiclet. It says chiclet right there in parentheses. Okay. Yeah, but it's amazing because you can eat at your computer and you can do anything you want at your computer. You can make it all messy. Whatever it is that you do to your computer that makes it messy, there's plenty of things that come to mind that you can do to make your keyboard messy, and it'll clean up like amazing. You don't have to worry about getting underneath the keys. You don't have to take off any keys. You can just wipe it with a Clorox wipe, and you're good. That's probably the most amazing thing. Love the chiclet style keyboard. It's awesome. Now they have the WASDs lit up. Well, not lit, but they're just in red. Because I guess, you know, it's like a gaming laptop. And also the arrow keys are here. But it doesn't really help if the lights are off, because it's still dark. See, they don't glow in the dark or anything. Like, that would be convenient if they glowed in the dark. But they don't. But it has like red accents on all the stuff, even though the lights are orange. It's like orange and red. It's kind of cool, I guess, if you like that color. I'm not sure what it overclocks to. I think that I had a program like in my computer that told me what I could overclock to, but I don't remember now because I'm not a computer genius all the time. And Windows 7 is pretty nice. It comes with Windows 7. This computer is deactivated, so it's not something that's currently being sold anymore. It's kind of outdated already. I got it in March of this year, of 2011, and it stood up pretty well. Looks like the only issue that I have is the light over here in my other video that doesn't seem to be working anymore. And issues of the drivers that I've had since I got it. But that's just poor coding. It's not the laptop's fault. And when I first got the laptop, the SD card driver was messed up. It wouldn't if I've had an SD card in the SD slot, and then I started my computer up, or I restarted it, shut it off, and tried to restart my computer at all, it would hang up on the Windows loading screen, and it would have to be shut off and turned back on without the SD card in it. So I needed an SD card update for the driver, or an SD card driver update or something that I had to get for it, because it was really annoying. I didn't want to cause damage to my computer by shutting it off over and over again while it's trying to start up. I don't know if you can cause damage to your computer like that. Probably. But it does have a nice screen, as you can tell. You're just staring at the screen because I'm just talking. Some people like to see the back of the bottom side of it. It's got ample vents. It's got a really big fan. It's got, you can turn on the turbo fan. I think it's just like a fan button to activate. It definitely blows a lot of air, and it'll cool off your processor by a few degrees within a couple minutes. So it's definitely good for, especially for turbo mode, for keeping the processor cool. And I might add that every time that I do put in a turbo mode, I turn the fan boost on, and it still dies. My computer will just completely crash and shut off by itself. That's annoying, but I mostly like it, and I don't usually use turbo because I just don't need to for what I use it for. Like when you're playing Minecraft or even The Sims, you don't really need to use turbo. I have realized that even playing the stupid little Farmville game, like on Facebook or things like that, turbo mode actually even helps that somehow. Like I've noticed that if I put my computer in turbo mode while I'm playing like Farmville, it'll load everything like 10 times faster, and I didn't think that had anything to do with it, but it does, I guess. Or maybe it's some kind of a placebo effect for me, because I think it's gonna help, so it looks like it does. So I think this is pretty much gonna complete, if I can't think of anything else to show you about my laptop. I think it's gonna pretty much complete my video review. I watched a lot of video reviews before I bought the laptop, so I guess after it's deactivated for a few months, I might as well do my own video review for people that don't give a shit anymore, because it's not even being sold anymore. But I guess it could make up your mind for you a little bit if you're thinking about buying one of MSI's new laptops, and they have some where all the keys light up and stuff. But I didn't get one of those because they didn't have the pretty orange lights that you could synchronize to music. That turned out to really not be as good as it seemed. If you watched my last video, that was pretty much only about lights. But yeah, for the most part, it's pretty nice. It plays the games that you put on it, no problem. I've seen people play and get far more FPS than they can get on some lower-end laptops. MSI has pretty good laptops with pretty good hardware for the money, but it's better than you're gonna get with like an Alienware laptop performance-wise. But I think it's about an equal match to something like Asus. MSI is always way better at cooling though, so if you want something on anything, on like all the graphics cards and everything that MSI makes, if you want something that's going to keep cool and be efficient, and you're looking at multiple brands of the same card or the same laptop, then I would go with MSI, just because they're definitely really good at keeping their crap cool. I never had a problem with this overheating. I mean, obviously I don't kick its ass in video games or anything, but it's definitely kept pretty cool for me. I've had problems with laptops overheating in the past just because of warm weather. I've played this through the summer and never had a problem. Just keep that fan boost on every once in a while, and like every 20 minutes or so, give it another little boost. It'll chill you off like 5 degrees. It's awesome. That's Celsius, not Fahrenheit. If that makes a difference. I have a core temp app, but I don't think you'll be able to see it. And you're probably more like just shutting off the video right now because how boring I'm being. But it has my cores set at 74, 72, 77, and 73. We can fan boost it, and like you can't see it at all. But if you could, you'd be watching those drop. But this camera is really bad. It's a Canon power shot. It's not really high end or anything. I just gave it a couple minutes. I already see them fall into like 68, 69, 70. One of them staying up at 76. But they're definitely slowly, very slowly falling. Raising, falling, but there's a tendency towards falling. But if I let this go for like 5 minutes, and I'm not going to subject you to that torture, if I did, then in like 5 minutes they'd probably be like 65 across the board, I would estimate. See, you can't see it at all, so this is just really boring for you. So I'll just shut it off now. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily recommend that you purchase this computer because it is like deactivated and everything. But I would recommend it if you are on a budget and you're looking for a computer that's gonna be able to play some kick-ass games and have some really good performance and stay cool, that you check out MSI, because they're pretty reliable and pretty good at cooling their laptops and multiple other graphics cards and motherboards that they manufacture. They're a pretty big manufacturer of motherboards, even though they're not so heard of in the laptop industry. But I know people that pretty much swear by MSIs. And my first MSI computer, even though it was only a really super cheap one, it was the first computer that I had that didn't die before I had time to get a new one. It didn't die until after I got this one, and I think it felt jealous, so it decided to die. But it wasn't even the computer that died, it was just Windows. Windows got corrupted somehow. It didn't have anything to do with the computer, well, kind of, but it was the operating system. It was Windows Vista. But it's something that failed me in the few months that I've had it. I've had it since March, and it's now December. And I don't want to do any math, so you can just like count on your fingers, or whatever you do, to figure out how long I've had it. But yeah, it's pretty good. And I think that's going to conclude my video review of the MSI GX660R-060US. That's its full name.